And
okay, so we're up here in Gary Labante's room. This is his Victory or Super International, right? This is his layout.
Spanish layout.
This is his little tech area where he does all his work on his cars. He's got cars here. He's got cars here, I think. No,
just in the boxes.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So look, let's see if we can see what he's got in here.
Yeah.
So he's got cars in here. Oh, wow.
And
he's got his F1s.
There's some in there. If they might be in the next box down, but I think there's some in there that have like the old boxes, and they have prices on them like $1.98, 98 cents. I bought them so long ago.
Oh yes, these are the original Thunder. This is how I used to buy. Oh yes, just like this.
The little yellow one.
Yes, I used to buy them like this.
Yeah.
Show that. That's how I used to buy them, right like that. Unbelievable.
I just,
and that's exactly the way it should be made now. They should be put just like this.
I tell you, yeah. There's certain things that they
$1.98. Look at that.
Yeah. Huh.
Unbelievable.
And those are only the tip of the iceberg that I've been through. But I mean, when I was a kid at $1.98, you could buy them.
Look at this layout. Boy, he's got a track. Holy cow!
And
you ever race it?
Nobody's watching. Shoot, we've lost signal.
We literally have no one on.
Let's see here. Let me put you. Let's see. Let's change this out. So we can have a middle lane for the good controller.
Here, what do we do about this? Because we're recording that one. Let's take this one here.
I'll just put it on.
These are. I love these Looney Tunes cars.
Yeah, everybody loves those.
At the price, I couldn't stop buying them.
So we don't have internet, guys. So I'm just going to be I'm videotaping it. So while we race a little bit here. He's got the Victory 400. I don't know if we'll have internet here, but we've got it. We got a backup. We're going to be doing video of it also, and I'm going to post that tonight when I get to the hotel. But we might have service here. Boy, this thing is 1850. 1850. Well, you can tell everybody was much smaller back then.
Oh yeah, people probably were like, yes, I know. Huh?
And this thing is
little French people, I think, probably.
Little French?
Yeah, like me, little French.
You're
Indian,
French?
French Indian.
Oh yeah, that's Robante, yeah. Now, do you have a little Canadian in you? Do you have Canadian? Do they speak more of a Canadian accent up here in this close to the border? Or no?
I guess. They say we talk different, but especially if you get someplace away, where do you come from usually?
Right. Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I don't. My tongue, after it got chopped up a little bit, it kind of gets a little blurry. But
okay, so here's where all his classic stuff is. Oh, here.
What? This is this back and forth.
These guys right here.
Those are his customs.
Some of these cars are as old as Brian just put out. This one, a buddy of mine gave me.
Holy cow!
And this one, I love these Ford J's. I see
those
those
are
going
nice.
up for auction, and I go crazy because I want to buy them, but I never can get down.
And they made tons of those.
Oh, I know. I used to. Those I hated those when I was younger. Now I wish I had 5
I know
of those.
everybody does.
And these right here, these are kind of like on one of my works. So that's a Willys. Both of these are Willys. I just turned them into like.
Oh, cool! So you've done your own tech.
Yeah, I used to work on them a lot more than I do now, as far as like even the bodies and stuff. But like the new cars, I don't know. I've gotten a message or two, and I've told Mac Henry about it. That these new cars. I'll show you what I'm saying now. Let's see. This would be a good example of one problem. See these These hit on the track too. I don't really care
Yes.
for those. You notice that?
Yes, they do.
You
Some
gotta
people
kind of
don't like them.
you gotta kind of
This
tweak
stuff.
them just right. Look, there you go, bud.
What was the third one?
This gear plate, believe it or not, feel that just right there? Hangs by just a tad. They don't do it on the old ones, right? It's because they stretch these just a hair or they did something different, right?
Oh.
And you know what? That back post, well, this one, this wasn't a very good example, actually. This one, because it doesn't have the back post so much.
Oh, it rubs the back.
Rubs
post?
on that back post. Absolutely. And
Really? I'll have to look into that.
yeah, and I'm sure anybody and everybody that has run those, I'm sure Quiet Mike, or what do they call him? Silent Mike? Or
Silent Mike,
Silent
yeah.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, he's the
He's a
expert.
very tech guy. You can tell his cars are always
Yes,
out front.
exactly.
You know, I mean, that guy must be like I am. He must be
You
nuts
guys, we're
about it.
doing 2 videos because I'm recording it, and then also I've got the live, but the live doesn't seem like it's on, but then it's not on. So I'm trying to be as best I can. So
Yeah.
we're upstairs in Gary Labonte's. This is his Super International layout. He's got his Auto World cars. He's got AFX.
Let's see, this one is a good one actually.
Wow, what a place!
This is
What a
actually a
place.
good example right here. This one here, and I always lower the posts, of course, and that's why I was so bummed out about that car running for Mac Henry that one night he was racing it, and because what it is that when he took and oiled it, I knew that would happen, and I tried to tell him, and I tried to get to him before, and I talked to him and everything, but yeah, they rub right back here on this post. So
Really?
I grind that down, and then they also, if there's a
Oh,
little,
they do.
like if you get them low enough, it grinds like right back in here on that on the top. So I just kind of
Yeah, you can
sand
see
it down
where
just
it's.
enough. If you don't lower them, they don't hit down here, but they do hit on this post. So I lower them and then they hit down here a little bit too. So I grind all of that out of there.
Oh my gosh!
And
well, I'll send this to
I
Auto World. They need to fix that.
I try not to.
Yeah, because that post should not touch that gear there.
I try not to sand the fender well, so I try to get them as low as I can without affecting the bottom. Well, I do them on a lot of my sand that I don't really for myself because I don't know what classes or what kind of you can or can't do things to them.
Right.
So I try to keep them as stock, and I never change. I never change the. The motors or anything in them.
Right.
And I was trying to tell Mac Henry, I said, that's not going to go any faster. I said, it's just going to handle a lot better.
That's cool.
And what I do is, I just take and I snug it, and then I back it off a little, just so, well, that's even too loose. Just enough so that it's not real tight on them. And I leave that back one a little loose.
Huh.
And some other guy I was watching had that. And they were telling about tech.
Yeah, they don't. That pin is too thick.
Yeah, and these hit.
Yes.
Like on this one here. My Corvette. Yeah, that one. That one wouldn't take one of those pins worth of crap. Because
Really? So you
I sanded them little tires down. Boy, that car rips.
You should put a plastic one back on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that
So,
one
Dad,
on.
don't fall down the stairs once you start going down the stairs.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you might want to back down even if you want.
Why?
Well,
There's plenty of room. Look at that. Look at how. It's almost going straight up. Well, this is his racetrack right here, guys.
Here, squeeze that up.
Look at that.
See if you can.
Oh yeah.
Now I run it. Also, you guys run about 14 or 15, 16, something.
Yes,
in there.
amps or volts. Yes.
And these transformers are like at 14, 18,
Yes,
and
they are.
24. And I run the middle one. And
Holy-
it gives the cars real controllability, real fun to drive that way. Whereas you put it on expert and they go flying off the
Here,
track.
stand over there, David, because I think if you stand by the window, there's better reception. Here.
You put it on the expert one and they're just flying around the track, so you can't even, the controllers aren't even help, I got that one
Yeah, no,
from Matt Henry. I bought that.
absolutely
I was
no.
looking through them and I kind of a funky little. It doesn't really. It's you know.
Yeah, it's a toy.
Yeah. But it's a nice controller. I like the 35 whatever it is that's in it. But that's where I got that one using. And these, I bought 4 of those. I've only got one I think left because they burned up. They broke inside. I fixed one. I think that might be the one I fixed.
Yeah.
This,
No. It
These
keeps
are-
going on and off like every 5 seconds.
These are.
because I had 12 people watching at one time.
There's one
These
person
come out of a
watching.
set that I had.
Yeah,
That
there's
was
one
a
person
wall
watching.
climber set.
So you got to get it straight. Don't move it around so much.
And these controllers I like too. They're
Stand still for a second.
kind of funky little controllers, but they like I say, the push button ones. They all 4 of them. I got one left. I think. I think I might have one more that I've worked on, but I don't know why I don't have another one out here. But I don't. And the let's see, this one is kind of long against this one. Oh, and I don't know why Silent Mike doesn't appreciate those gel quad tires. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, I don't know why he.
Those things stick like glue.
No, I know.
and I don't know if you. Now there's another thing I was going to ask you too is do they have the fatter little tires like that?
Yeah.
With gel quads? Okay, I'll have to get some of them because I put like 2 on my. This is the one that Mac Henry sent.
Yeah,
me.
they're the 2060s. No, 2010s.
2010.
Yes.
They. Oh, I see.
So
There
it
it is.
just flips right here. Oh, perfect.
The
Right around the pole.
this is one way I love this right here.
So you told your wife that I was coming and have her come over and help clean up? Is that what she?
My daughter, yes.
That's nice of her. Do you have any grandkids yet?
Yes, 3.
That's sweet.
There we go.
We only got one person watching. I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, that'll do it too. I set that one up
That's
with
a nice one. I like that.
that one there. I it's another one. I stuck the 2 tires on it because I love that car. I wonder if it's the controller. Might be.
Right there, it kind of dies.
Yes, and I have sanded that part of that track, and I have fooled with that forever. And it's only some cars that do it. Most of them will make it
Yeah,
through.
you're right. It's
That car's a back heavy car.
bad guide shoes. Replace the guide shoes on those cars.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what. Yep, replace those. Because look, here's a car here that is going down and it has no problems.
yeah, I don't,
It's not making contact.
see how I squeeze those down too? I flatten them out.
Yeah.
some guys will, probably think that's not the best idea, but it just lets the tire. I don't know if it. I swap them back and forth with trying to figure it out, and I find that a very little bit of difference, but I think it's a little bit more for the better.
There's one person watching. I don't think I looked back.
Well, here, you keep on racing. Here, watch. You gotta get to the window.
How does this one work?
Yeah, that's a good one too, but that one there has those gel cloth tires on it. Just one set of those gel cloths, and that runs as good as anything.
Let's see here. We got better internet right here, guys. We got David here and Gary Labonte.
I know the track, but so I could probably outrun you. That's why.
He's got a nice layout here. I like the sheet and everything. It really looks nice. He's got his Ritz crackers boxes down here.
Oh, that's my favorite. The Ritz. You know the Ritz hotels?
The Ritz.
The Ritz.
Look at this place. This is awesome. Nostalgia America.
And there's
For
my.
some reason the internet is.
Did you see that poem about Vermont? That's a really good poem. And that's The Old Man of the Mountain, which ain't there no more. He fell in. That's in New Hampshire, though. That's not right. Did you ever see that when you were in the Navy by any chance when you were out that way?
No, what was it?
The Old Man of the Mountain, that picture?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I just doubled.
That was in New Hampshire. It was along the interstate, you'd see it, or along one of the highways, you'd always see it. But I guess the shape fell off. He ain't there no more. So I like that poem.
When was that bridge built?
Oh, 18 something, I think. Or,
Really?
Yeah, they get all kinds of stuff on it. We'll go look at it later when we get a chance. I'll show you all those little plaques and stuff that they have on it.
Listen, Daniel, it's not going to work. This is not going to work.
The guy's family that built it, there's I think 7 remaining bridges in Montgomery. There used to be like dozens of them, put it that way. There was more than you could imagine. But they all get washed out.
It is a bad signal, guys.
But that one there, out of the 7 that are still remaining, his family had built 6 of them. And he's my neighbor just across the way over there. Not in that big white house, but the one next to it. Here you go, Dad.
You're gonna have to go around me 4 times before you can catch up.
So he's already ahead of you.
No, he's ahead of me now. He's better. And that's why I got that box here.
Well, we're recording this.
The only place that they actually
Just
get a chance to hit the floor is like
In
right
case
here.
we can't, the live stream isn't working.
Yeah, there was some pretty cool guys down there, huh? That you got shot too.
Yeah, that was a fun James Benito.
And like I say, once you get this on the internet, you tell anybody that's got like any kind of camper, you can see where they can come and just park anytime, fish, go sightseeing, go do whatever, you know.
They can go camping
They can
right
hit-
here, fish right there.
15 miles and you're in Canada. If you ever, wanted to just go check out Canada, I don't know what you wanted to do that for, but Montreal.
Hey, Dad, can we go to Canada real quick?
No, I'm not going to Canada.
There's
Have I
a
been to
way,
Canada?
there's a way, that I was thinking too. If like from your house, from your house to here, that Trans-Canada Highway, that's just that big, you know, you've probably been on that,
Right.
right? I mean, from here to there, it's just that 80 mile an hour flat out straight road that takes forever, but it's...
If I stand here and just watch it, we get better signal. Right, David? David, you're going too fast.
Yeah, so that's the fun one that doesn't...
So we're upstairs in Gary Lamonte's house. This is the upstairs. These were nooks back then. And this was built in 1850. 1870. Unbelievable. These things were built though to last really long.
Well, it's held up so far.
So what I'm saying is...
I figure I'll be dirt napping before it falls in totally, you know?
I mean, these things, with the amount of wood that they used on these things...
No insulation, but a lot of wood.
Oh, really? So it gets kind of cold?
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
Up here?
Not up here necessarily, no.
How do you get out during the winter?
Yeah, so what other road do I take other than that dirt road? Because it says closed in the wintertime.
Yes, and that's because, well, I don't even know how you get on that road, but you came out and then you weren't very far from the other part of town, right? You kind of came right out there.
Yeah.
Well, that road is just it's like 2 miles or less, probably 1.5 miles less than going on the regular road. And it's because of the GPS goes the shortest route.
Exactly.
And I wanted to try to get that to you too, not to. If you came, I thought you'd be coming from the other direction actually.
Well, you know, it did show me 3 different directions to go, and I probably should have taken the other direction.
Why? Because you don't want to drive a dirt road?
Yeah, it's what my friend calls brain assist on those things.
Yeah, that's right.
You just got to know, or you just get stuck like that.
I'm going to the bathroom again.
Okay, David, you can't go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
Oh, you can.
So this is Gary. This is his workstation right here. That's where he does all of his tinkering.
That's.
He's got Brian's Happy Pill over there.
Yeah.
He's got his racetrack. He's got his Auto World cars.
My missus and I share.
He's got some of our classics over there.
Got all the Chevys and all the Fords and all.
He's got all the
Willys
when he wants to paint his cars. This is his tech area over here.
Yeah, I'm not the best at painting them, that's for sure. As you can tell if you see some of these that I painted.
This is really nice.
This one I did okay with. I like the way the tires match up. Now I know why I like those colored tires. Actually, are pretty good tires too.
They are.
And you sand them down a little bit. You know, you let them run down a little, get them a little bit sanded. They really, like I say, this particular car with the green tires on it. This one here is really a good fast car.
Well, that was a
good example. Getting excited.
Now, how long when did you start this? Because you say, have you been doing this for a long time?
HO cars? Oh, I was probably.
And then you just started. How did you find my website?
Well, you know, Car Crazy, the guy Car Crazy guy. Well, somehow when I was living at my dad's, which was probably 6-7 years ago now or more, I was looking up cars, and it came up Car Crazy, and he came up.
Oh, really?
And I started watching him, and he said something about, I think, you on there and other
Really?
people, and I said, Toy Store, huh? So I looked it up. I got that.
So, guys, you're living with your dad. He must have been in his 90s.
He was 98 when he passed.
Did he really?
Yeah. I took care of him, and that's why I ended up here, basically.
Oh, really?
My family wasn't, they didn't follow through on what my brother Ron did, because like I say, he's the one that got me up here, and he knew I would like this place. And I always wanted one of those big old houses, because I wanted rooms like, I wanted one of them houses that I could have never afforded anyways. I mean, we were looking at them and buying them, but how the heck are you going to keep it up, you know?
Right.
And I wanted to be like 15 acres of land, and I wanted to be out like nowhere. Well, when
This
I
is
drove by
nowhere.
yeah, I said, well, how much further out? And then I got 3 feet of driveway to shovel, so yeah, it's easy. I don't have to worry
The
about.
black cat, let me pet her.
Oh yeah, the big one. The big one, yeah, he's usually a little more friendly than the other two. You won't might see them, but then I what was I gonna say? Yeah, I went by it, like I say, and you know, you would have thought the place was buried in the trees,
Really?
and yeah, because you couldn't even see it, and it was so dank and musky, and they were French, of course. As you can tell, the French influence is all that. That's why it's all purple, and you know, downstairs. Everything I painted down around the edges just to brighten up a little bit, because I mean couldn't take all that purple. It was like a dark cave, and they had it all. I got left with all their furniture. I had all the furniture I had from the house that I was living in, and all my dad's furniture that I had. I mean, this place has been packed to the ceiling up until the last couple of years. You would have thought Hoarders had. You know, that was an episode of Hoarders. It's still bad enough, but I've at least thinned out some of it. And
But it's a fun little cozy place.
Oh, well, I want to carve heaven on that post over there across the road. They chopped that tree down, and ever since then I've been wanting to make either a totem pole or carve the word heaven in it, because this is just about as close as I want to get to it. Really? Did you read that poem? I said that is exactly what Vermonters, they just... Something about Vermont, we get hooked into it, and old Vermonters, the new Vermonters, I don't think they had that sentiment.
Oh, really?
Well, they're half out of state.
You need to get that sign and put it on your.
We're really inundated with like mostly out of state. All our government's out of staters, and you know they carpet bag this place heavy. I mean, right from Ben and Jerry's to you name it, they come here and made in Vermont. You know, it used to mean made in Vermont was like really good quality stuff, or made with whatever, you know. And now it's kind of like just that. They come here and they, you know, made in Vermont. They come from wherever and they make something.
Oh,
and
this house like
you know what I mean? These ladies one day, they were on the news. I was so, and I hope anybody that sees this will never buy anything from those ladies. They're in southern Vermont somewhere. They've got a little boutique shop, Hattery or whatever you call it, and they were in this New York show. And of course, our news covers all this kind of stuff. So they were big time going to New York. These, you know, local ladies from Vermont going, but these ladies aren't from Vermont. They're from New Jersey or Connecticut or somewheres like that. And they are saying, well, you know, the Vermonters are kind of hokey. And here they are making a name on us, making their product and sticking it on theirs and making money out of us. But they're calling us hokey and stuff on there. Oh, that was like, that's the end of it. I won't buy. I would never buy it. They
really?
They have scarves and hats and things and, you know, different stuff.
But a lot of them are like that. They just, you know.
They kind of capitalize on the fact that it's Vermont and that we have that name. And it was mainly from the maple syrup, made in Vermont, maple syrup,
right.
You know, and everything made in Vermont was supposed to be pretty quality or whatever stuff. We got a lot of, I was talking to Mac Henry about it. You guys got a lot of them too, the guys with the hats there, black. Quakers.
Well, no, Amish.
Yeah. Well, these guys are great up here. They're all over up here. I'm surprised you didn't run across a few of them coming across.
Amish?
Yeah, with the horse and buggies.
I haven't seen any of them.
No, they're out there though, pretty
Really?
heavily. Yeah, they like Vermont, so they've been buying up a lot of farms and buying up a lot of land and stuff. And
really?
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good up here, and they're I'd rather have them than half the out-of-staters, you know. I mean,
no, because they bring all their. Well, I won't go there, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, they're kind of a you know, clanny thing, I guess they are, but they live well off the land, and they kind of fit the mold a little, and like I say, the people that come from out of state that come here, they want more like. They want to be in charge. They want it to be more like, you know, more, oh, I want a little shopping center here. And I want this to grow. And I want, well, like here, we're having a thing with a sewer plant or water treatment plant, right? That they just passed. $16 million for nothing. It's experimental. They're going to put PVC pipe in to take our wastewater away, and then dump it into a big field that they bought. They'll run all the water through. What's the difference in coming here, taking a pumper truck, pumping it out, and dumping it in a field someplace? It's the same thing, only different.
Oh.
But they're gonna bury all this plastic pipe, and that is up here in Vermont. That ain't gonna hold up. That's as good an idea as they came up with the Southern Vermont paving shit, or the they where they grind it off the road and then they resurface. Well, before we used to use and our roads are. If you didn't notice how horrible our roads are, they are the worst in the country, I believe. If there's a worse place, I'd like to know where it is. Our roads are just hammered. All the heavy big trucks just tear them up. These roads probably still got wood under them from the days when they were built, And
now, isn't Vermont Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, yes, it is.
It is?
Yes, he's another carpetbagger. He's one of the worst. Well, people love him. I take example from him. As a matter of fact, I got something I'm going to present to you. This man was literally a bum in Burlington. I knew a guy that he rented from, and he left his house, didn't pay rent, didn't do this, didn't do that, because there was a street that had water problem, and for like about a year, this thing went on down there. It was like a pretty big issue down there. Well, that's how Bernie got into politics, because he lived on a street that would get shut off with the water, so he would bitch about it and stuff. And he'd wander around in his holy old sweater, and he was basically I don't know, I think he comes from Connecticut or Jersey, one of the two. And he got into being the mayor down there. That's how he started out.
Oh, really?
And I admire the man as far as getting into what he knows how to make money with. Now he's oligarchs.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah, oligarchs and billionaires are what he's going after. But he's a millionaire made on. Like I say, he's penniless. He married rich.
Yeah.
Some lady that he married was really rich, and he's now driving his $80,000 Audi or whatever it is he's got, and whatever else he has, and he's a creep. He really is. But he literally knows how to shine his armor. People absolutely, my Sharon loved the man. Thought he was the best thing since sliced bread.
Really?
And her and I would kid her. He sits here, I'm for the old people, I'm for the kids, I'm for the soldiers. And he's shining his armor, blinding everybody. But you look at his record, and what he actually, I believe a friend of mine was telling me, you look at his record, he says he abstains 90% of the time or votes either the other way, whichever way the money comes from. I honestly believe if he like I say knows how to run the system, and he's all for these programs that bring all these refugees and you name it. We're a little state. We don't need any more out of world influence, and of course all the yuppies that come here. There's only 700 and something thousand people, so they're not up against anybody else. They want their 15 minutes worth of fame. If you watch our news, anybody that can stick their face in a camera and say, "Oh, I want this to happen. I want that to happen. I like these. I like that." Well, yeah, okay.
But you know what I've always found interesting that you have Vermont, you have all these New England states that, if you really drive around them, they're empty.
Well,
in the sense of population-wise.
This is like the second smallest
what I'm saying,
population.
It's 200 years of America, and there's nobody that lives in this state. You'd think this state would have more people living in it.
Thank God it don't.
No, but I hate to say,
that's why they say Vermonters are not very friendly. We are. We're real friendly. We just don't like people to come and take over. And that's what they did. We've lost. We're like, how many Floridians are real Floridians, or how many Californians are real Californians? And the kids that have been brought up for, now these people moved here when they were 25, 30 years old, brought up out of state. They had kids. Those kids ain't getting brought up Vermont. They're getting brought up out of state.
Yeah.
And the out of state kids are taken, and they're the 40, 50s, and now, so we're totally lost, and I guarantee you half our old Leahy was I believe a Vermonter, and
Oh yeah, Leahy was.
yeah, he was the oldest guy in Washington. Actually, he was a good guy. And you know we had a couple good politicians, but we got poor Dean. He was going to be president, Governor Dean. He was a good guy, but yeah, I mean, and they tore that guy apart. You know, the screamer. Well, he probably would have been an okay president, but just that they didn't want the guy because he had a half a brain to get in there. They didn't want somebody that they couldn't control, and that's another thing. They control. You know, the government's all, it's all basically, I love to listen to your rhetoric on that stuff.
I don't want to do that too much.
You think like I do. It's pretty much not very much up there anymore.
Yeah, it isn't. Well, this is really awesome. Look at this layout.
But yeah, this is kind of fun up here when I have, you wake up in the middle of the night. What are you going to do? You can't roll over and... The old lady ain't there no more, so
right.
I got to do something. And I come up here, and it takes its place a little. And
shoot.
I just and
What,
she,
your
oh my
signal?
goodness, those twins of yours. She was so excited. when
Oh
we had
really?
those
Oh, she must have
twins.
just died then.
About a month and a half.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know it was a month. Maybe you did tell me, but I didn't realize a month ago.
Yeah, about.
Oh,
month
so
and a
she
half
was
now.
seeing all the kids and all that.
Oh yes, and she's can you imagine
my
how
God.
lucky they're gonna be with their grandfather when they're telling the story? I mean, and the kids.
Oh, we're gonna be spelling them.
Oh,
the twins.
I would hope so.
They're gonna get spoiled like crazy.
Absolutely hope so. That is fantastic.
That is so awesome.
And the little one there,
Mac.
yeah.
Little Mac. Now he doesn't want to come, Grandpa. I go, come here. No.
I know
no.
she would love it when you'd grab him and squeeze him and hug him and kiss him and he'd go.
And now he doesn't want. Now I go, Mac, come here. No.
He will again.
But he likes me when I tackle him.
So that is the Super International layout.
Yeah, and I figured the Spanish layout. I looked for the one. I tried to figure out which one had a good long straightaway. And this was about the longest straight because I like to really, see how fast the cars will go. And I'm gonna, if I dared to open that up and show you in there.
What's in there?
Yeah, it's scary. But
What is it?
it's a little. You can peek in here. I'm not.
I know these houses.
Beyond this door, though, is like creatures. Nope, no creatures, no dead ones. Let's see if I can get a little light in here.
Holy cow! Hold on, maybe I can turn on the light here.
Must have unplugged her. Yeah, let's see.
What is this, just a giant closet?
Here, wait a minute. I know. I go like this. Oh my gosh! You got a whole room in there.
Yeah, huh?
You could do another layout in
Well,
there.
eventually, that's exactly right.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get this
Yeah,
cleaned up. You
it's
got your
gonna-
mouse. Oh, you got two.
Yeah,
There's plenty of room to do
Oh,
a
yeah,
track
huh?
right in the dead center there.
that's exactly what I figured. I want to make a drag strip off of one of the edges.
Oh my gosh! Put some carpet right there.
Absolutely.
Put some cloth
Do
along the wall.
Ceiling up, yep. Drop just maybe a short little chunk
Yeah.
of something off the edges. And
Get a vacuum coming here.
oh, yeah, it's going to be a project for sure.
Now
Yeah,
I expect you to work on that, and
Oh,
you need
I
to
will
start
be.
sending me videos of you getting that done.
Yeah.
Everybody's telling me they're going to do all these projects.
Oh, I know.
Anthony
huh?
Bateman.
Gummy worms.
No, not yet, David. Until we go.
Yeah, what a guy. I swear that was great. 20 minutes, that TV's up.
Well, yeah, because my wife called me and said that I'd gone outside and he came up to the camera and goes, I can't believe he's here. Of course, driving here was going down this dirt road. I'm thinking, holy cow, where does this dirt road go?
Yeah, and then it ends up right in the middle of town.
Well, it did show me two different directions, and I took the quickest way, which is the dirt road.
Yeah, and the other road is one of those.
Windy roads,
Yeah,
right.
they're all like that around here.
Oh, yeah, because look at how this place was founded. I mean, it's amazing that how this place got founded. People just started going out in the mountains and say, this is where we're going to live.
Up here, Ethan Allen and who else owned it? Ethan Allen and one of the other guys.
Didn't they do a lot of woodworking here at one time?
Yeah. It was mostly, believe it or not, everybody thinks when they come here, they know too. That's another thing. Oh, Vermont, look at this, look at this. Why do they have rock walls in the middle of the woods? Wow.
There was no trees.
There wasn't any trees then.
No, there were no trees around here.
A lot of rocks. You've probably heard that.
Yeah.
Climbing rocks in Vermont, picking rocks in Vermont.
Well, not only that, but all the trees were cut down to heat yourself in the winter.
Lumber.
And lumber.
The lumber industry was huge. That's what built half of Burlington was the lumber. And the other was like sheep. Sheep was big. But that's all the woolen mills. The lady that owned Johnson Woolen Mills, actually, she
Then that made us all gone. And they wonder why we're not doing anything.
Yeah, we and back then.
So this is going to be Anthony. Take this out to the car, okay? Put it in the box, all
Can
right?
I get my big version of an iPhone?
No, David.
Get some creatures on you from that.
What is it?
Creatures.
Well, fuzzies.
So this is his Super International.
And then I kind of jerry-rigged this and that to keep the cars from flying off.
I like you got this big, thick foam thing.
Well, that was actually the bed in here.
So this is the other.
I just stacked it higher so I could get it higher.
This is really cool.
This little room here is.
Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, this just speaks the 1800s. I mean, every little thing. I mean, all this hard. Look at this. It's amazing.
Kind of a neat old house, actually.
Oh, it is. No, I love these things because these things were made. This is all old wood.
Being able to build, I can build.
It's all old wood. This is all old wood in the sense that these were vintage trees or old trees that had been growing for years.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And so you're never going to destroy this unless it
burns down.
Or it slides off the foundation, which already did. Right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, there's another thing. I let you peek in the basement, but... Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty bad?
Oh, real bad. Yeah, it's horrible. The basement.
So they can't level it then, huh? Do you know if they can level that? No, they couldn't level this house because...
No, I'm going to just kind of brace it up from underneath. I don't know if you noticed all the wood out on the side there. But I'm going to re-brace the bottom, the floor, and bring it up.
Try to get the bathroom level again?
Get that back together. And I'm probably going to take the tub out and maybe get a
shower unit.
Yes, that I can walk into.
All right, let's see how I can walk down these steps.
Sure. Yeah, grab onto that rail for sure.
Check this out. Look at this. Well, thank you very much for showing that layout.
Yeah, now we can.
This is.
I'll take you. Maybe you can get if we get outside. You can show the bridge.
Yeah, I want to show the bridge.
Hey, give me that. You're gonna have to hold on to both sides, Dad.
Check out this. Oh my gosh, this is like going vertical. Oh, Kathy could never come down these steps. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That's like vertical. I just can't believe that toilet. And that toilet's almost 20 degrees off. Holy moly. This is amazing.
Is that live?
No, this is just a video. Okay, so we're going to try another live outside. Maybe we can get that, have a better